So Bon Jovi are back, but the big question is the voice back? Well, we're going to find out. They've just released a 3-song studio teaser, if you like, and we're going to have a listen to that and see how well he's doing. So a few years ago, when we were finishing up the last tour, I did a video about the state of Jon's voice, and do you know what? It was breaking my heart listening to the guy sing. I don't know how he feels or how he's coping or how he coped with that, but honestly, it was just heartbreaking to hear him. It's been a few years since. We know he's had surgery. The question is it back? And is it back enough to tour? And is it better than it was? So we're going to explore that in this video. We're going to have a listen to the 3-song taster that they put out not so long ago. We'll strip the vocal off there and have a listen to the isolated vocal, and maybe even compare it to one or two of the originals, just to see how well he's doing, what part of his range is working, and maybe if there's some that isn't. Let's find out. Right, let's have a listen. This is the first clip. It's Legendary, which is one of the newer songs. I think on the newer stuff, he's dropped the range and he's doing things that he's a lot more comfortable with now. So I've got good expectations for this one. Let's have a listen together. This is the band that go ahead.
Who are you and who am I to think that we could ever fly? You don't need to even try.
Yeah, nothing horrendous about that. There's a bit of an IE, but he's always had an odd E sound. It's very gravelly, thick. Actually, I think, that if I didn't have expectations of what I'd expect Jon Bon Jovi to sound like, I'd hear that and I think, I like it. So far so good. Next clip.
Raise my hand to treat the sky. Told you more to tell me I lie.
Bit of an odd or kind of sound going on there. But he's getting it. Yeah, that's okay. Next bit.
Got what I want, girl, I got what I need. I miss my friends and stand up behind.
Okay, so he's getting the higher notes still, but that vibrato is very, very wide. It reminds me of proper old man, grandpa kind of kind of singing. He's doing that. May like it, may not, but it's an exceptionally wide vibrato.
Legendary.
Okay, if you say so, Johnny. Next bit.
Who are you and who am I?
See, he's singing down there, that's the bottom of his chest range, and it's a bit breathy, but it's got some girth, and it's got a little bit of something nice to it.
Think that we could ever fly.
So he's struggling a little bit there. He's singing very, very quietly to get those notes. And if you notice on the last note, he did just fall off it. He didn't sing the note, he just sort of mouthed it or worded it or spoke it even, So the newer song, Legendary, he's actually doing quite well. But again, obviously it's because he's now singing that song and he's wrote that song and sang it in the first place with his, if you like, new voice and new vocal range. So he's singing within himself and he's doing things that he can do. Next one is It's My Life. Now that's from young Bon Jovi, if you like, or from before the problems started. And if you listen to the original recording, it's a very different beast to this. Have a listen. This is where it gets a little bit worrying. Here's the first opener.
This ain't a song for the broken hearted.
What? Listen to this again.
This ain't a song for the broken heart.
Song for the broken heart. That's not how he sings it. Listen to the record. There's power there. And it's guttural and it's brassy and it's big. This is weak and scoopy as hell. Listen to the next line.
No silent prayer for the departed.
Silent prayer for the what? Again, silent prayer for...
You sounded fearful, deep hearted.
Dave departed. Dave departed. Yeah, there's definitely something going. It's not like that's wildly outside of the range that we've seen Legendary in as well. Is it something he's worried about plosives? Because that's a brave departed, so it's a b and a p. Is he struggling with that? What is it that he's unable to control about his plosives? If you're on a microphone and you know you're going to be plosive, you just pull off. Look, here's my microphone. I can go, and that's going to be horrendous. I can't hear it. But if I go, p, 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 brave departed, or I can go across the microphone and go, brave departed, you see how much less plosive it is. Interesting one, that. By the way, if there's anybody British watching this, I can't help but think, and I hate to say it, but this is Vic Reeves, isn't it? Let's try the next bit. Let's see if that's better.
I'm gonna be just a face in the crowd. Gonna give my.
I'm gonna be just a face in the crowd. How does he sing crowd?
Just a face in the crowd.
Facing the proud. I'm gonna be, and he does the B pluses there. It's just a face in the proud. Yeah, that's a bit odd. And the
Shout out.
and the shouted out loud, he's really lagging on the loud. Whether that's a deliberate artistic thing or not, I don't know. But shout it out loud, not shout it out loud. Right, chorus. Now this has got a huge wall of backing vocals in it. So listen, you can still pick Jon out very, very well. So listen to this.
It's my life. It's our
Again, that very, very wide vibrato.
I gotta live forever.
Now that high note, he absolutely pings it and nails it. And so he can do that. There's definitely something there.
I'm gonna live life.
That's all right. Next bit.
It's my life. My heart is like your open highway.
That's all right. My favourite bit.
When sing your tongue when they calling you out, don't bend, don't break, don't back down.
Yeah. I'm not even going to say it.
I can live forever.
That's all right. Frankie, this bit, the Frankie says, listen to this.
Bring it, did I?
Who? Frankie says,
Bring it, did I? Did it my way.
yeah, he's struggling there. The last time through, he did the same notes.
I can live forever. Bring it, did I? Did it my way.
Struggling on just the diction there, isn't he? And then for the rest of the song, he does a lot of dancing. He does a lot of singing little bits while the band do the big backing vocals, which are great. And then he does he does this. He does his little flying dance thing. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of odd things going on there. There's a lot of very scoopy things going on there. It's still not right. And singing the older stuff, really, it's... I hate to say it, but it's just not... It's certainly not what it was. It's better than it was in 2002. And he's got a catalogue of newer stuff as well. And hopefully that gets him through the shows. Fingers crossed those shows are good. I know the band are going to be absolutely killer. Killer. So, yeah, what do you think? Do you think he should be still touring? Do you think he should be backing away from those older songs and just doing the new ones and singing within himself now? Should he be taking the older ones and rearranging them, dropping the keys a bit more? I don't know, you tell me, okay? Tell me what you think, like and subscribe, and wish Jon Bon Jovi well, because I do. Cheers.